is Princess Nelius. I'm going to be your host tonight, and I hope that this program is going to help us, all of us. So welcome today in Ask Your Counselor. Let us get to know our counselor tonight first, and then I'm going to give you the topic that you're going to handle. But you can run there in Facebook at New Morning TV. Make sure you follow, you like, and then you comment, and also stay there and stay tuned, because the topic today is going to touch you and also touch me. So welcome on board. Pastor, let us welcome you first, ndio ujifeel ukiwa home, so that you can go on with our topic today.
Asante.
Yes.
I feel exactly at home.
Yes.
Especially on this topic on defeating depression.
Yes, yes.
So viewers, you are most welcome. Today we want to talk about defeating depression. Please, you can tag someone, you can call someone,
yes,
and let us be live today. Yes.
All right, so welcome, and thank you so much for coming. So that is our topic tonight, my dear viewer. We're going to talk about depression, and we are going to defeat depression, because after knowing what it is, how, and a lot of things, we're also going to know how do we come out of depression, and also how do you know that you are depressed, or someone near you is depressed, or vitu kama hivyo, because many people unaenda hivyo hadi unachizi, unadhani that it starts with stress, depression, and a lot of things. So welcome on board. I'm going to keep shouting out to you that you are tuned in, so keep writing to us there, and everything is going to be okay. We go direct to our topic tonight about depression. Kila mtu angependa kujua kwanza depression ni nini?
Okay. So this is how we define depression.
Yes.
Now depression is what we call a mood disorder. Mood disorder is a wide unit. In mood disorder, there is depression. So depression is a mood disorder.
Okay.
In this mood disorder, there is, you go to extreme moods. So in depression, people go to extreme moods. All of us are moody in one way or the other.
Of course.
But when it comes to depression, your mood goes to extreme. Whether it is a good mood,
Okay.
or a bad mood. Yeah, you need to know in areas, even when someone is very happy, that is still a disorder.
Okay.
And when someone is very sad, those two extremes are disorders. So depression is extremity of moods. Yes.
All right. So you can also be depressed ukiwa happy.
Not that you are depressed. One sign of a depressed person ni kucheka sana.
Yes.
Too much laughter is madness. Yes.
And too much crying is also
Or this person
yeah.
or this person is very happy, or this person becomes over talkative.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, so that is a point that everyone should note there. So let us get to know ni nani hawa ambao wanaweza kuwa depressed. Who are these people that are likely to get more depressed?
Okay, so there are categories of people that likely to be depressed. One of them is your personality.
Okay.
Can be one of the triggers of depression. E.g., for example, people who talk a lot tend not to be depressed. Extroverts tend not to be depressed more.
Okay.
The reason is because whatever bothers them, whatever disturbs them, they speak it out.
Okay.
If you are melancholic, if you are an introvert, you are a candidate of depression.
Because I'll share yani.
So you are exactly because when you have an issue, you tend to close up. So introverted people tend to be more depressed than extroverted people. E.g., if someone talks a lot, and then he goes silent,
Yeah.
people know there's a problem. But if you are always reserved and withdrawn, even when you are depressed, nobody will know.
Okay.
Now, the other category of people, your career can also make you a candidate of depression.
Okay.
Just imagine a policeman. A policeman who faces death every day.
Yeah.
Okay? Mtu akijiwa ni policeman anaenda kumshukua. Accident, policeman wanaenda kuchukua wale watu.
Yeah.
That's why you find in the police force, you have so many issues of policemen killing people or killing one another. Because most of them are candidates of depression. And the other day, the police commissioner, we call them Inspector
Mutiambai.
Yeah, he talked about half of them. Yes, are going through depression because of their career. Just imagine you said a soldier to Somalia. It is a killing field.
Yeah.
And this person comes back home. That person will have PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, because of the things ambazo ameona mingi. So your career can also make you a candidate of depression. Doctors, you have heard about doctors committing suicide. This person is dealing with trauma every day.
Of course.
This doctor is dealing with death every day. So if a doctor doesn't have what we call post briefing, whereby after you see all that you have seen the whole day, you go and debrief.
Yes.
You go and talk about it. So remember, many doctors are melancholic.
Yes.
And now this doctor is dealing with sickness.
Yeah.
He is dealing with the sickness that are leading to death.
A lot.
Now, this doctor will tend to be depressed. So your career can also be a trigger of depression. We have others like old age. In counseling, there's what we call emptiness. Now, emptiness is whereby watoto wote wametoka nyumbani. They have been married.
Okay.
That's why you find there with some women, they spend the whole year traveling from Marar to Mombasa, going after their children, because this house is too big. Okay? So loneliness triggers depression, the emptiness syndrome. You see, old age.
Yeah.
If you are in midlife, you can also suffer from depression, whereby you're not young and you're not old. And there are so many things you have not even accomplished.
Yes.
So in old age, if you are now in the old age, you call retirement, they talk about a stage we call integrity versus despair.
Yeah.
If you lived a good life, you feel successful.
Yeah.
If you have spent your 60 years wasting your money, now you call retirement, na pesa hakuna, you go into drinking. But the people who drink a lot might be depressed. Because they are running away from something. So old people old age can also be a trigger of depression. So there are many people who are prone to depression.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. That is a good thing that people should know. So mtu anafaa kuinvest mapema kabla ukufe.
Exactly.
Kabla ukufe, kabla ufike those years.
Usikure pesa zote. Exactly. Yeah, in our language we say that the old age eats the young age. How do you pronounce that? How do you put it? That old age eats young age, meaning okoro oriaga wethe. Exactly.
Yeah.
Direct translation.
Don't worry.
So meaning in old age, if you never saved, you're going to go into depression.
A lot.
Exactly.
A lot.
Yes.
Thank you. We are going on well. And before we go to the signs and symptoms, maybe, ama utajuaje mtu ako depressed, starting with us. Let me shout out to mtu anaitwa Solomon Gashanja. Solomon, nimeona your question. We're going to get the question. Lucy Kimani anasema following keenly, kuna pen and a notebook kama kawaida. Thank you so much, mommy. Esther Wangereno pia anasema following closely. Thank you so much, Esther, and a lot of people they are tuned in. Write to us in the New Morning page and we are going to read your comments. Kama uko pia na swali, it is the high time you ask about depression. Pastor, a funny question. Mtoto anaweza zaliwa akiwa depressed? Okay, so
we have different types of depression.
Okay.
There's what we call biological depression. Biological depression, a child is born with genetical issues. Now these genetical issues cause the child to be born with depression. A child can be born depressed. Now, let me surprise you. If a woman suffers depression during pregnancy, for those 9 months, maybe this woman have lost an important person, this woman is always crying, this woman is always sorrowful and sad, very melancholic because of the things she is going through, ama anapigwa na mzee sana na ako pregnant, ama ameashiriwa na mzee sana na ako pregnant, ama amepoteza mtu ambaye ni close, the child will be infected with depression. So some children are born depressed depending on the state of the mood of their mothers during pregnancy. Yeah, so we have what we call chemical induced depression, whereby a child is born with chemical defects. Yes.
So that is possible. Maybe you can also help us now to get to know signs za mtu ako depressed ni kama gani, because I know there are a lot of them.
Okay, to me I think that is one of the most important area in depression.
Yes.
Because kuna mtu wanasemanga si tulikuwa na yeye then akajinyonga. Si tulikuwa tumeongea na yeye. What they never knew was hiyo kuongea, this person was saying bye bye.
All right.
You see? Si alikuwa amefurahi sana. And then after 2 days amekufa. There's what we call unipolar depression. Okay. Unipolar depression is whereby this victim of unipolar depression suffers from what we call elevation and lowering of moods. Okay. So in unipolar depression, in bipolar, we call it bipolar to unipolar. Unipolar is level, whereby you have a long period of depression, whereby you are very melancholic, uko down kabisa, chini ya maji for many months. That is unipolar. But bipolar, it is elevation of mood and lowering of mood. So in the elevation of moods, huyu mtu amefurahi, watu wanadhani kufurahi. Anaongea, anafanya shopping ovyo ovyo.
Anawanunulia
nyama. So people will think that this person ati ni kufai. Hata anaweza kuja kwa church atoe pesa zote.
Okay.
You see? So someone who is not a professional will think this is a miracle. You are dealing with a depressed person. Huyu mtu ambaye anapapatia nguo zake. In fact, one sign that someone is suicidal is giving out prized possessions.
Okay.
Anatoa ring yake anapatiana vitu prized. Nguo ile anapenda sana anakuashia. Pisha ambaye anapenda sana anakuashia. Giving out of prized possessions can be a sign of a suicidal person, someone who has already decided to kill herself or to kill himself. So hapo kwa bipolar akona elevation. Then after doing all those things, kufanya hiyo shopping yote anaachwa bila pesa. Then sasa mood yake inateremka. Alikuwa hypomania, sasa ako maniac. Sasa inateremka. Hapo kuteremka ndio panajua. Watu wanaanza kusema, "Sijana this person was very happy."
Need to spoil sana.
You see? Now, one sign of depression is this person doing things in extremes. Ameenda kwa extreme, kuongea sana ama kunyamaza sana. This is what I try to call over. Is this person over talking, overdoing, over shopping, over sleeping, over drinking, over driving. Sawa? Over eating. So is this person suffering from what we call the over problem?
Okay.
Over talking, over driving. You give us one over speaking, over speeding, equal akona gari, akona speed driving. So is this person suffering from extremity issues? That is a sign of depression. Anakaa bali na watu. Withdrawing and isolation is a sign of depression. Hata kulia. Kuna mtu anasheka sana bila sababu. Na kuna mtu ananyamaza sana bila sababu. So is this person overdoing things? Okay. Even oversleeping. That can be a sign of depression. Tunasemaga sleeping is practice of death. Practicing death. Kukomani ko practice kikuo. Ya kulala ni kupractice kifo. So ukiwa mtu analala sana ana practice kifo. Na practice kifo. Yes.
Wow. And that everyone should be very, very careful about it. That wakati ambapo ume overdo a lot of things, you should be very, very careful about it. I think we can try to answer. Mtu anaitwa Solomon anauliza, could there be levels of depression?
Exactly. That's a very good question.
Yes.
Now, these are the levels of depression. Depression can begin with just a slight discouragement. It can start with what we call a slight disappointment. You are disappointed because of your job. You are disappointed because of your marriage. You are disappointed because of failures of life. You have been defeated in a particular area of life. So it begins with some few disappointments. If you add some few disappointments, it goes to discouragement.
Okay.
Discouragement is losing courage to face life. A discouraged person has lost courage to face life. So too many disappointments equals discouragement. If discouragement is not dealt with, it goes to now what we call hopelessness. Okay. Someone feels, I am hopeless, I am good for nothing, I am a failure. When you reach a point of hopelessness, now depression has begun. Okay. Now, when depression is not arrested, now that depression will lead to what we call suicidal tendencies. Unaanza mtu akisema mimi naweza jiua. Unaona mtu ameandika kwa Facebook, sasa maisha ni ya nini? I give up. No, you know mama kusema I give up to What time I woke up in the morning, mtu mmoja akasema, me I no longer have any motivation quotes.
Ukitaka
give up. That's not good. Now you should not tell people to give up. I had another evangelist akisema, ukitaka kujinyoga, that bob company that bob takupatia. You see, that is not right. Do you know why? People who are depressed, what they need is empathy. What they need is attention. What they need is someone who can listen to. Si mtu wote anasema anataka kujiua. By the way, any person who have a language of depression, because depression has a language. They write, they talk, they even show it. Do you know what they want? They don't want to kill themselves. Kwa nini? The question is, iko mtu anataka kujiua, kwa nini aende kwa chemist, anunue ratrat, dawa ya monada, then agoje change.
By then anangoja ya nini?
Kwa nini anunue kamba, then agoje change, hata kujua. The reason why they are writing it, exactly, the reason why they are writing it and they are talking about it, they are seeking for attention. Please give it to them.
Help me.
Call them. Mimi someone alituma picha ya sanduku ya mazishi.
Okay.
What is this person doing? This person is saying that's a cry for help. So I called the person and I talked the person through. As I was talking, this young man began to cry. You see, this person hakuwa kujua, alikuwa anataka someone who can listen in ear. You get my point? Kwa hivyo sababu mtu ukitaka ku give up, that is wrong. So unafika hiyo stage ya suicidal tendencies. If this person tries to get attention, you're not giving attention to this person. Now what will happen is this person will kill himself or herself because hakupata ile attention alikuwa anataka. Who are candidates of suicide? Any person who have ever tried to commit suicide in the past can do it again if you don't help the person. Yes.
Dangerous.
Yes,
and we need to help out. And that is leading us to our next question, that how do you help a depressed person? Wewe kama layman person, like sijasomea psychology, counseling or something like that. When someone comes to me anataka kusaidiwa na akona depression, maybe how do we help them out?
Okay, I think the most important thing, I think tumeruka hapo, I think sikumaliza, ni those signs uko naongea kuhusu, the signs of depression. If we as three people, because the question is, this person who committed suicide, akona relatives, akona wife, akona husband, akona friends, akona co-workers, akona church mates, sidio? Akona neighbors. How comes no one noticed?
Imagine.
We need to teach the lay people to detect depression. Now, one way to detect depression is language. Okay? Huyo mtu anaandika aje? Huyo mtu anasema nini? Kwa status anaandika nini? Kwa Facebook anaandika nini? Sawa? So, anaongea aje? You see? Language. Depressed people have a particular kind of language. It's a language of helplessness, a language of hopelessness, a language of low self-worth, low self-esteem. Niye dewa ke mimi ni wa nini, hii maisha ni ya nini. And this person is always angry. This person is irritated by small things. Anagoga, akija kwa nyumba, anagoga sufuria. You see? Anagoga sufuria. Okay, Iji.
Hapa uko na story.
Uko na story? Is it uko na stories? Hey, we counselors, we have stories. Now listen to me.
Yes.
Kuna mtu kesho ni Saturday. Akaambiwa, tomorrow ni wedding ya nani? Akauliza mwili utatolewa wapi? So we are talking about wedding ni kesho Saturday. Then this person talks about mwili ukarutwa huko. Yani, we are talking about wedding, na uja anaongea kuhusu mwili utatolewa moshari gani. That was a sign of depression. That this person is thinking about death when you're talking about wedding. Iji, mtu anaenda kwa forest, peke yake, anaangalia juu. Ama hiyo kwa compound yenu kuna mti, anaenda kuangalia juu. Unajua ni nini? Ajaribu kuangalia which branch is strong that I can use to kill myself. You see? Ama mtu kupita barabara tu. Anapita tu na hajali. Hiyo carelessness inakuwa sign of depression. Unaona wa mama anashika mtoto, mtoto akopadia gari na yeye mama akopasifu. That's a woman who is depressed. Unaweza leta aje mtoto padia gari, yani wewe agongwe wewe uishi. This is a woman who is tired of life. And this is a woman who doesn't even care. Even grooming. Una mtu ambaye alikuwa msafi kama wewe, ameanza kuvaa nguo za black. Hizo nguo za black hazijapigwa pasi. Sasa zinakaa ovyo. Zamani kwa mtu msafi. Sasa anakuja kwa kazi hivyo tu kuelekelea. That's a sign of depression. Kujiashiria, okay? Ameashiriwa na watu, na sasa amejiashiria. That's a sign of depression. The way this person is grooming. Alikuwa anatumia marashi, sasa hatumii. Alikuwa msafi, sasa si msafi. Alikuwa na shave, alikuwa na brush meno, sasa ako hivyo tu. Hiyo kujiashiria is a sign of depression. Na mtu ameajiriwa kazi, lakini amejiashiria. So, how does this person, what language? Vikira naandika, kile anaongea, grooming, ama mtu saa zote anasikiza melancholic song. Nidiraigua migambo yali abadilite. Yani kifo hiyo sio. Kifo hakina huruma na anafurahi sana. How can you be happy when listening to a melancholic song, a song of death? A sorrowful song. It's a sign you are so depressed you are missing death. Ama wakati wote anaenda karibu na kaburi. So karibu na kaburi. And one sign of depression, Sign someone who is planning suicide. Always talking about my mother who died, my father who died, my son who died, my daughter who died, my friend who died. Those people are in a better place, like afadhali wao walikufa. Hiyo kusema afadhali wao walikufa is a sign of someone who is planning suicide. Ameanza kumiss, and then they talk about dreams of death, like niliota na mtu fulani ambaye alikufa hivyo. Yeah. And then if someone calls you, and this person has not called you for 6 months, yeah, and sasa nimekumiss, yes, this person is saying bye. Yes. Then tunasema alikuwa amenipigia simu, that was bye. Ama kuna jamaa alijua 2 years ago, alijua kwa kanisa Bugoma. You know, they said that alikuja kwa church na hajawahi kuja church for a long time. Sasa then the following Monday akaenda kwa church, akajiulia kwa church. Unajua alikuwa anataka kufa karibu na Mungu.
Alright, kuna mtu anaitwa John Nderito anasema tuned in. Thank you so much John. On the other side naona mtu anaitwa Grace Muthoni, thank you. Kuna mtu anaitwa Gerard Kuria, asante sana. I can see someone by the name Mercy wa DK Davis anasema tuned. Penesa Monda na Vanessa Wanjiko wako pale tuned in pale Facebook, wame like na kufollow, but you can go on and continue commenting and asking the question. Solo anafuata sana anasema I got it. Kuna disappointment, discouragement, hopelessness na depression and a lot of things. Alikuwa ameuliza about the question on the levels and a lot of people. Kuna mtu anakuja anaitwa Thema Afraha, thank you so much. I'm going to come back and read the comments and also make sure ni nani ame like our page. I remember we are talking about depression. Our show is Ask Your Counselor. Na depression ni kitu iko real too, so don't go far. We are coming back to dig deeper and also to get to know more, how do we deal with depressed people, and maybe you ukiwa depressed, how do you come out of that and how do you stop about hivyo hizo vitu tumeambiwa. Maybe you have been very dirty na ulikuanga msafi, you have been talkative, umeanza kukata maneno and something like that. So our counselor tonight is Pastor Henry Waweru from New Morning Christian Fellowship. Don't go far, we are coming back. You who are tuned in and you are continuing to write to us, and welcome back. This is our last session. Naona mtu anaitwa Betty yako na testimony. Tuseme ni testimony.
Kuna ushuhuda?
Kuna ushuhuda. Anasema tuned in, I fought depression for a while and Pastor Waweru walked with me in every step of the way and he told me God is continuous healer as long as we surrender unto him. Haya.
Yes, that is great. Sasa ni wakati wa ushuhuda. Hey, asante Betty. Yes.
They talk about it.
Yeah.
So first nataka tumalizie and Betty, if you have someone ako karibu nawe, you can also help them. Hizo step ulisaidiwa nazo pia usaidie mtu ambaye ako hapo. Tumeongea about different types of depression. So kuna hiki kitu ambacho ningependa uanze nacho and tumalizie nacho. The causes of depression.
Okay, that's a good question, especially now.
Good.
Especially now.
Yes.
Now, one cause of depression is money.
Of course.
One cause of depression is money.
Yeah. Besha.
Mwini alipougia ate thini wa roho wako wao. Ate akasema So mwibaji akasema mwibi.
Muimbi.
Akasema ati besha no shitume beshirie humo ni go. Tunaweza kufikiria kuhusu pesa mpaka pepo zitoke. Yeah, one cause of depression is financial failures or lack of money. And especially in the line of men.
Okay.
This is good advice to women. Pray for your men to have money. As atusumbuliwe na mambo mengi, shida yetu ni pesa. So we need cash money.
Yes.
Okay? And when a man doesn't have money, that man can go mad. You don't have money, that you have so many needs. Okay? And it's important also to help someone out. Ukisikia mtu atakwambia nipatie 100, please mpatie. Some people are so depressed because they are genuine people and they are honest and they have no money. Another major cause of depression are marital issues.
Yes.
When someone is going through marital issues or marital breakdown, this person can be really depressed. You see, many women are so much attached to their children, so much attached to their spouses. Okay? That's why Rusi committed suicide.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Ate Rusi ule abeitire tando ngoro yake yothe ri yari he muthu Rusi alikuwa amependa mzee wake kabisa. Sasa tunaambiaga wanawake usipende mzee sana. Okay? Roho ni ya Yesu. Lakini umpatie kidney. Unajua kidney ni mbili. Sasa ukipatia kidney moja utasurvive na hiyo ingine. Usipende mtu sana. There's this woman, a true story, I read it last year. This woman who gave her husband kidney.
Yeah.
And then huyu mzee akaenda kidney yake.
Imagine.
Akamuacha akaenda kidney yake. So this white woman was demanding her kidney back.
Yeah.
You see, it is important unapopenda mtu usimpende na upusi, usimpende na ujinga. Sawa? So Lucy committed suicide because alikuwa mpenda mzee na roho yake yote. Upende mzee, upende watoto, upende kazi. Sawa, uwe na hobby. Sawa, uwe na career. See ati your life is built around a person.
My world. No, many people.
He is my world. She is my world. No. So marital issues. Kuna issues za loss.
Okay.
Did you realize the last 2 years so many people have committed suicide?
Yeah.
Because COVID came, people lost jobs. There's this young man who, the other day, about a very big project, and he was very young. And this young man went to her mother and committed suicide because we had big plans. Okay, so people had anxiety, and that led to depression and loss. So, do you have a friend who have lost a job, lost a child, lost a spouse, lost a close person? Please call those people. Talk to them. Talk to them.
Sure.
Be close to them. Ask them, how are you feeling? How are you doing? By the way, let me say, what we need is genuine friend. I remember 2019. I lost my job 2019, and that was a good job.
Okay.
Yeah, and I remember as a counselor. I had really to cancel myself. Okay. When I lost that job, I was depressed. I was depressed for 3 days. For 3 days, I could see darkness. Like I could sit down and see darkness. This one was, and I'm a sanguine. Now, just imagine if someone is melancholic. Now, the problem was not even loss of the job.
Yes.
The problem was loss of hope.
Okay.
People don't get depressed because of losing something. People get depressed because of losing hope. Okay? E.g., unaangalia kesho hizo, how shall I pay my bills tomorrow? You see, so what I needed was a close friend to tell me God is with you. Tell me it shall be well, or even to give me additions. You see, but I really struggled all around. So, and remember, you're talking. This is a counselor talking. This is a pastor talking. This is a shaubori. Betty have told us to give testimonies. I'm a pastor. I'm a counselor. I'm very extroverted. You see, I'm very optimistic. Yet I got depressed. What if it was another person?
Too bad.
So I had to speak to myself. I had to encourage myself. I had to remember to read the word of God. I had to pray a lot. At that time when I dropped that job, I was betrayed by some very close friends. You see,
the people you trusted.
So people commit suicide not because of losing someone or losing a job, it's because of losing hope. We need to become dealers of hope. We need to become givers of hope. One solution of depression is give people hope. Tell them it shall be well. Tell them I am with you. One cause of depression is what we call social isolation, whereby mtu anadokea watu. So what you need to do is be close to that person who have lost something. Muonyeshe tomorrow is good. Tomorrow is better. Mwambie the sun will shine. The sun will shine again. Yes.
We Yeah, we need genuine friends.
Yeah.
And that's why naona hapa mtu anasema yeah, that is true. Kuna mtu anaitwa Naomi Githaiga Gashanja anasema tuned in, and a lot of people coming. Grace, thank you so much for coming. Penesa Monda pia na wengine. So we are almost getting out of here, but singependa tutoke hapa bila kujua how do I get out, or how do I help someone to get out? Ushaingia depression, umeingia hizo disappointment, discouragement, hopelessness, but now you have realized that I need to come out of it. How do we start? Kabla hata tukuja kwa counselor, or maybe is
Okay. Now let me tell you the truth, because there's something I don't want to omit.
Yes.
People can overcome depression if they only know that someone cares. As simple as that. I said suicide is a cry for help.
Okay.
Any person who, by the way, the month of May is Suicide Awareness Month.
Yeah.
And people need to realize, ya kwamba, so when someone says, I want to die, I wish I am dead, I wish I follow my mother. What they mean is, they are crying for attention, they are crying for help. If they only know that someone cares, that's why giving someone a hadibob is very important.
Wow.
Okay, that's why giving someone a gift is very important. That's why calling someone is very important. Okay, that's why asking someone, how are you doing, is very important. Now there's what we call seasons of depression.
Yes.
There's what we call situational depression. Situational depression is this depression that comes to you because of a situation of life.
Okay.
You are going through marital loss, you are going through financial loss, you are going through, you have lost a child, you have lost a job. We call it situational depression. A difficult of life triggers the depression. This is what we call seasonal depression. Seasonal depression comes to you because of a particular season of your life. E.g., there's what we call there's called prenatal depression.
Okay.
Unawahi kusikia stories za wamama amepata mtoto then amemuua. Then amemwasha hospitali ama amemtupa kwa dustbin. Do you know that is depression?
Okay.
Because of chemical imbalances during pregnancy. Okay? So that's why wa mama wa zamani, mtoto wa mama watu wa village walikuwa wanakuja na kuni. Nilikuwa naona kwa mama yetu wakuja na kuni, wanakuja na maji, wanakuja na sukari. That social support is very important. Just imagine mama amezaa, mzee amesema mtoto si wake.
Na ameenda.
Na neighbors wakuji kumtembelea.
Ama family.
Na anaanza kujipikia. Si atakuwa depressed.
Of course.
There's depression that is seasonal, that comes to you because of your season of life. E.g., there are some women, when they are going through menses, they become depressed. Okay? There is premenstrual depression. Especially someone has biological depression, this person at that day of the month, they become so much depressed, they can even talk about committing suicide. Okay? There's depression because of old age, and I talked about that. But there's another depression I don't talk about. There's depression that comes because of the month. E.g., do you know when there is full moon? They are more people who are depressed than when there is no full moon.
Really?
Yeah, it's called season affective depression. Season affective depression, SAD, is a depression that comes to a person because of the time of the month.
Okay.
E.g., when it is cloudy. Have you umewahi kusikia ya kwamba that
I think that is true.
Ria kwena matumairo adu ni magurukaga. So this is not even funny. It's not even funny.
It's not even funny, but it's true.
It's not even funny. Kwa sababu it's called SAD, seasonal affective disorder. Kuna watu when there is dark clouds, that darkness triggers the depression that is already in them.
Okay.
Especially there are dark clouds when it rains and it is at night. If people suffer from bipolar depression, if you have a candidate who suffers from, if you have a victim of bipolar depression, and it is at night and it is raining and there are thunderstorms and there are dark clouds, call them.
Okay.
Call them. Do you know it is known that ya kwamba many people commit suicide between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m.
Sure.
When it is too dark, between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m., that's when many people commit suicide. Early in the morning, because of the darkness. So it is very important to know that there is depression that is caused by the time of the year, the time of the month. During winter, more people commit suicide than summer. That is why one cure for depression is light. Something very interesting. One cure for depression is light, mwangaza.
Kwa hivyo tulale na stima zikuwa on.
So ukisikia mtu anakuambia nataka stima zikuwe on, put them on.
Okay.
Light is therapy. Okay? Wow. That's why it is important to walk early in the morning, upigwe na hiyo jua, usikie vizuri. Having a nature walk is also curative. It helps you to cope with depression. So it's very important to know that even the word of God is right. Read the word of God, because it's right.
Your last words to Funge.
My last word is as simple as this. Are you close to someone who have a behavioral change?
Okay.
Someone who was very talkative, now this person is silent. Someone who lost a close person. Someone who lost something precious like a job and livelihood. What they need from you is a simple thing. Let them know you care for them. Let them know you are there for them. You are there for them. Be light. Be the sunshine to someone else. Call someone for no reason. Especially men. Men, you don't call. Call someone for no reason. Do you know that in the Bible we have 7 cases of suicide, but no woman in the Bible committed suicide?
Sure.
Because men tend to close up. Ask your fellow men, how are you doing? Ukiona wanaume kwa mkahawa wakinywa chai, they have a deal. Men don't just meet. Women, you meet for no reason. You talk about weather. You gossip about everything else. Men talk only about 3 things. Talk about men talk about football, soccer. They talk about politics. Nothing else. Men don't talk about money. Because men, they don't want to be seen as failures. So what they do is, when they have money, they don't talk about it. When they don't have money, they don't talk about it. So it's important, women, we talk for no reason. We fellowship, we share. Let your fellow men know that you care for them. Exactly.
Wow, that is very powerful. Kwa hivyo wanaume, let us speak it out and let us talk it out and make sure you call that person for no reason. Mjulie tu hali and everything is going to be okay. So that is the end of our program tonight, the program of Ask Your Counselor. God willing, next Friday we are going to get back here and continue unleashing a lot of things, especially on our psychological issues. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those who have written to us and questions, tunatumai kwamba tumejibu maswali yote. Thank you very much. My name is Princess Neles. I want to wish you a very blessed night and a good weekend, and stay tuned to New Morning TV.